Hello, esteemed gentlemen. The most dangerous man is the one who refuses to play the game. Sigma males embody this truth to its fullest. They are the ones who slip through the cracks of societal norms, moving in silence and operating on their own terms. In a world obsessed with power, dominance, and attention, they are the outliers, unpredictable, unbothered, and unstoppable. It's not that they seek to be a threat, but their mere existence challenges the very fabric of social order. Why? Because the Sigma male doesn't fit into the neat little boxes that society tries to shove everyone into. They're the ones who don't need your approval, don't crave your validation, and most certainly don't care about playing by your rules. And that's precisely what makes them so terrifying. In a world that demands conformity, the Sigma male's refusal to be tamed or controlled sends ripples of unease through those who desperately cling to the status quo. So, what is it about these enigmatic individuals that makes them such a formidable presence? Let's dive into why Sigma males are viewed as a threat, and why that fear is entirely justified. Number 1. Their quiet confidence sends alarms off in the insecure. Sigma males exude a quiet confidence that doesn't need flashy displays or loud declarations. It's the kind of self-assurance that's felt rather than seen, and that's what makes it so unsettling to others. Most people are used to confidence being loud and in your face, a performance that's easy to read. But the Sigma male's confidence is different. It's rooted deep within and doesn't seek acknowledgement from the outside world. This calm, unshakable demeanor suggests a level of power and control that doesn't need to be proven to anyone. When people encounter someone who is self-assured without the need for validation, it can be incredibly intimidating. It's as if the Sigma male knows something others don't, like he's playing a game that he's already mastered while everyone else is still trying to figure out the rules. This kind of confidence throws people off balance because it doesn't follow the usual patterns. It doesn't beg for attention, doesn't engage in unnecessary conflicts, and doesn't rely on others to feel secure. Instead, it just is. And that's precisely what makes it so powerful and, to some, deeply threatening. In a world where many are struggling to assert themselves, the Sigma male's quiet confidence stands as a stark reminder that real power doesn't need to be broadcasted. It's a silent strength that makes others question their own footing, and in doing so, it disrupts the very dynamics that keep social hierarchies intact. This is why the Sigma male, with his calm, composed presence, often leaves others feeling uneasy. His confidence doesn't just speak, it resonates, shaking the foundations of those who find their worth in the opinions of others. Number 2, they're unbothered by the spotlight, and that's a power move. Sigma males have a way of standing out without even trying, and that's precisely what makes them so different from the crowd. Unlike those who scramble for attention, constantly seeking the spotlight, Sigma males are perfectly content to stay in the background. They don't need the validation that comes from being the center of everyone's focus. In fact, they find the endless chase for attention to be shallow and exhausting, something they'd rather avoid altogether. What's fascinating is that this disinterest in being noticed often makes them even more captivating. People are naturally drawn to mystery, to those who don't conform to the usual patterns of behavior. Sigma males don't engage in the typical social dances of trying to impress or outshine others. They aren't in the business of seeking approval, which paradoxically makes them more intriguing. It's as if by not caring about attention, they end up attracting it effortlessly. This self-sufficiency, this ability to be perfectly fine without the spotlight, gives them a quiet power that others can't ignore. While everyone else is busy performing, trying to prove their worth to the world, the Sigma male is already confident in who he is, with or without an audience. This nonchalance towards attention challenges the social dynamics that many rely on, making the Sigma male a figure of fascination, and, for some, a source of discomfort. They don't need to compete for the spotlight because they understand something crucial. True strength doesn't require an audience. Number 3, influence. Good luck with that. Sigma males are notoriously difficult to influence, and that's because they operate on a level of independence that's rare to find. They're not easily swayed by the opinions, expectations, or pressures of others. While most people are susceptible to social influence, changing their behavior to fit in, to be liked, or to avoid conflict, the Sigma male remains steadfast in his own path. His decisions and actions are guided by his internal compass, not by what others think he should do. This resistance to influence is unsettling for those who are used to bending others to their will. Whether it's through manipulation, peer pressure, or even charm, the usual tactics just don't work on a Sigma male. He's not interested in playing along with someone else's agenda. His sense of self is too strong, too rooted in his own beliefs and values to be easily shifted by outside forces. This makes him a challenge to those who are used to controlling situations through persuasion or coercion. What's even more intriguing is that this independence isn't loud or confrontational. Sigma males don't need to argue or assert their independence aggressively. They simply live it. They're unbothered by the need to explain themselves or justify their choices to anyone. This quiet defiance can be incredibly frustrating to those who are used to getting their way, and it makes the Sigma male an enigma, someone who operates by his own rules and can't be easily figured out or manipulated. This level of autonomy is not just respected, it's feared, because it means that the Sigma male is truly in control of his own destiny, and that kind of self-mastery is rare and undeniably powerful. Number 4. Their unpredictability is a wild card no one wants to play against. Sigma males are notoriously unpredictable in social situations, and this unpredictability is what keeps everyone else on edge. While most people follow social scripts, saying the right things, behaving in expected ways, the Sigma male doesn't adhere to these unwritten rules. He's not interested in fitting in or going along with the crowd, and this makes him incredibly hard to read. One moment he might be deeply engaged, and the next he's completely withdrawn, leaving others wondering what's going on in his mind. This unpredictability is both fascinating and unnerving. It means you can never quite anticipate how a Sigma male will respond or what he'll do next. He's not playing the same social game as everyone else, and that makes him a wild card. People tend to feel comfortable when they can predict behavior, when they know the moves and the outcomes. But with a Sigma male, there's always a sense of uncertainty. This lack of predictability disrupts the usual social dynamics, making others feel like they're walking on shaky ground. What's even more compelling is that this unpredictability isn't a tactic or a game. It's simply who he is. Sigma males aren't trying to be mysterious or difficult. They just operate on their own wavelength. Their actions are guided by their own thoughts and priorities, not by a need to conform or please others. This makes them incredibly intriguing to some and downright threatening to others. The fact that you can't pin them down or put them in a box challenges the social order, leaving others feeling unsettled, yet undeniably drawn to the enigma that is the Sigma male. At number 5, unshakable focus makes them relentless. Sigma males possess an unshakable focus that sets them apart from everyone else. When they set their sights on something, nothing can pull them off course. This level of concentration is rare and almost intimidating because it's so all-encompassing. While others might get distracted by the noise of the world, chasing trends, getting caught up in gossip, or losing themselves in pointless competition, Sigma males remain laser-focused on their goals. They have a way of cutting through the clutter, seeing what truly matters, and locking onto it with an intensity that can be unsettling to those around them. What's remarkable is that this focus isn't driven by external pressures or the need to prove something to others. It comes from within, from a deep commitment to their own path. Sigma males don't need deadlines, incentives, or applause to stay motivated. Their drive is entirely self-sustained. This makes them incredibly resilient and capable of achieving things that others might consider impossible. They don't waver and they don't give up easily, which can make them seem almost unstoppable to those who observe them. This unyielding focus can be disconcerting for people who are used to a world where attention is fragmented and easily swayed. Sigma males operate on a different level, one where distractions simply don't exist. This kind of mental discipline is rare, and it's what enables them to move through life with a sense of purpose and determination that others can only admire or fear. In a society that often rewards superficiality and short-term gains, the Sigma male's ability to stay focused on what truly matters makes him a force to be reckoned with. Number 6. Freedom is their true north, and that's dangerous to control. Freaks. For Sigma males, freedom isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. They value their independence above all else, and anything that threatens it is something they'll instinctively resist. This deep-rooted need for freedom shapes every aspect of their lives, from the choices they make to the relationships they form. They aren't interested in being tied down by societal expectations, obligations, or other people's demands. The idea of conforming to someone else's rules or living according to a predefined script is simply out of the question. This fierce commitment to freedom makes them stand out, often causing others to see them as rebels or nonconformists. They don't follow the traditional paths that most people do, whether it's in their careers, personal lives, or even their way of thinking. While others might be content with security, stability, and fitting in, Sigma males are driven by the desire to carve out their own space on their own terms. This can be unsettling to those who find comfort in structure and predictability. The Sigma male's refusal to be controlled or contained can make them seem distant or aloof, but it's really just a reflection of their deep need to protect their autonomy. What makes this trait even more compelling is that it's not just about avoiding restrictions, it's about actively seeking the kind of life that allows them to be fully themselves. Sigma males understand that true freedom means having the ability to choose your own path, no matter how unconventional it might be. This relentless pursuit of freedom isn't just an ideal, it's a way of life that shapes everything they do. And in a world where so many are willing to compromise for the sake of acceptance or security, the Sigma male's unyielding dedication to his own freedom makes him both admired and feared. Number 7. Operating outside the social hierarchy makes them a disruptive force. Sigma males don't operate within the traditional social hierarchy, and that's exactly what makes them so intriguing and often so unsettling to others. They aren't interested in climbing the social ladder, vying for status, or playing the usual power games that dominate most social interactions. Instead, they exist outside of these structures, charting their own course and making their own rules. This independence from the social order gives them a level of freedom and flexibility that most people can only dream of. While others are busy trying to figure out where they stand, constantly comparing themselves to others and trying to move up in the ranks, Sigma males are completely unbothered by such concerns. They don't need to be at the top of the social pyramid to feel secure or validated. In fact, they find the whole concept of social hierarchy to be limiting and irrelevant to their lives. This detachment from the need for status or approval allows them to move through the world on their own terms, without being constrained by the expectations or judgments of others. What's truly fascinating is that this outsider status doesn't make them any less influential. In fact, it often makes them more so. Because they aren't tied to the usual social dynamics, Sigma males have a unique perspective that others find both refreshing and challenging. They see things differently, think differently, and act differently, and this gives them a kind of power that's hard to quantify. They can navigate various social circles without being defined by them, slipping in and out as they please, all while maintaining their independence and integrity. This ability to remain outside the system while still engaging with it on their own terms is what makes Sigma males such a compelling force, and it's why they often provoke such strong reactions from those who are deeply entrenched in the social hierarchy. Number 8. Approval and validation are irrelevant to them, which is infuriating. Sigma males have no need for external validation or approval, and that's what sets them apart from almost everyone else. While most people are constantly seeking reassurance, whether through social media likes, compliments, or the approval of their peers, Sigma males are entirely self-sufficient. Their sense of self-worth doesn't come from outside sources. It's rooted deep within. They know who they are and what they stand for, and they don't need anyone else to confirm it for them. This independence from the need for validation is what makes them so magnetic. People are naturally drawn to those who are secure in themselves, who don't need constant affirmation to feel valued. It's this quiet confidence that makes Sigma males so intriguing. They're not interested in playing the social game of approval seeking because they've already won the only game that matters, the one within themselves. This makes them incredibly difficult to influence or manipulate because they simply don't care about pleasing others or fitting into someone else's mold. What's more, this refusal to seek validation doesn't mean they're arrogant or dismissive. It's just that their self-esteem isn't contingent on how others perceive them. They don't change themselves to fit in or to gain favor, and this authenticity is both rare and refreshing. In a world where so many people are desperate for approval, constantly bending and reshaping themselves to fit in, the Sigma male stands firm in his own identity. This self-assuredness is not only enviable, but also a bit intimidating, especially to those who are used to controlling others through praise or criticism. By being wholly themselves without needing outside validation, Sigma males embody a level of personal freedom and strength that others find both admirable and elusive. In a world where conformity often reigns supreme, Sigma males stand as a testament to the power of individuality and independence. Their quiet confidence, resistance to influence, and unrelenting focus make them both compelling and challenging to those around them. Their detachment from societal hierarchies and their complete disregard for external validation reveal a strength and self-assurance that others can't easily comprehend or replicate. This unique blend of traits not only sets them apart but also disrupts the norms that many cling to for security. Sigma males don't just navigate life differently, they redefine what it means to live authentically. As we continue to explore and understand these extraordinary individuals, it's clear that their presence is not just influential but transformative. Embrace their mystery, respect their autonomy, and perhaps learn from their ability to thrive on their own terms. If you found these insights into the enigmatic Sigma male compelling, don't miss out on more thought-provoking content. Subscribe to the channel to stay updated with our latest videos, where we delve into intriguing topics and uncover the truths behind fascinating personalities. Join us on this journey. Hit that subscribe button now and be part of the conversation.